This is the Instructor Introduction to Systematic Theology 2. I'm assuming that you will have already reviewed the student introduction, and most of what I would want to say to you is found there. Just make sure, again, to accent this, that the students have the 6th edition of this textbook because there have been changes to the 5th edition beyond just a few words or slate additions, chapter changes, and omissions, and so it's really important that they have the correct textbook. The class has a focus on soteriology and the church and how that relates to evangelism and ultimately the consummation of all things in our salvation. So it's I think a good connectedness in this class. The chapters that are used don't follow consecutively necessarily in the textbook, so it's important that they be aware of that. We begin with chapter 11, the nature and basis of salvation, and then we move to chapter 14. So please help them to be cognizant of that. The assignments are as they were in the first section of the class, Systematic Theology 1, focusing on discussion questions, drawing from the reading as well as videos and some websites and journal articles, all of which I want to encourage you to have them make sure that they read. There's really no busy work here. We could have added more material, but I think this is plenty. And the textbook reading is typically 30 to 35 pages per unit, so it's not too difficult, and McGrath is not unduly difficult to understand. But some of the PDFs, some of the videos may be a little more challenging, and so it'll be important to ask them to make sure to provide themselves plenty of time to do that reading and listening and viewing. The assignments are as they were in the first half of the class as well. They have a 3 to 4 page paper in the first 4 units, and then they have a 5 to 6 page mastery assignment in Unit 5, where we focus on Christianity and world religions. The intention there is to ask them to draw on all the material thereunto in the course, kind of a capstone individual assignment, so that they can better understand and appreciate the centrality of mission to the church. If ever there were a time when the church needs to get serious about missions and evangelism, it's now. And then they use that written paper for their Unit 6 mastery presentation assignment, which will be a video or a PowerPoint presentation using voiceover of 15 to 20 slides. This is all just like it was in the previous first section of the class for the final unit. So nothing has really changed in terms of the classes are parallel or continuous, however you wish to think about it, in terms of their layout, and there's just different topics that are addressed. And I hope that the students will find it very beneficial and helpful, and that you yourself will be blessed as you share with the students and grow together with them.